Rechtsschutzversicherung.
What?
Rechtsschutzversicherung. Rechtsschutzversicherung.
How the hell am I going to pronounce that?
Rechtsschutzversicherung.
About a bit more than a month ago, I published a video about my plan to learn 2 languages this year, 2021, beginning with German during the first half of the year and then Italian during the second one. Now, I shared a few ideas back then on how to turn learning a new language into a habit. Like, for example, spending half an hour every day from Monday to Friday watching YouTube videos in German, in my case, to slightly turn it into a habit to make it easier for me to get used to listening to it. Of course, I went straight for it because I already had some of the basics of the language. I already knew a little bit of the grammar, so that allowed me to go a little bit faster than it would normally take. If you watched any of my previous videos so far, you know I've talked about different things such as how to incorporate a new habit into your life and how much time science says you need to do this. Although this is very relative actually, because each person is different, so what takes about a month for me may take 15 days to someone else or 6 months to another one. So it's very relative. To be honest, I am not happy with the results I have gotten so far, because I feel like I haven't been disciplined enough to achieve the goals I know I want to achieve. The way I see it, there are 2 main reasons why I haven't achieved my results so far. The first one, lack of organization, and then there's the fact that there's no one pushing me to do this. There's no one doing a follow-up on me or my progress. I'm not taking a course at a school or anything like that. Just as important as watching YouTube videos every week and listening to music every day, I need structure. I need to know and see where I'm going in order to achieve what it is that I want to achieve. Like, for example, weekly milestones, like studying Grammar, der Konjunktiv oder die Deklinationen, verschiedene Themas und Wortschatz zu lernen. Maybe I'm not that bad. Anyway, something more precise, something that I can measure, like to have a concrete idea on where I'm going, where am I directing myself. Does that make sense? I mean, I mentioned some of these things already in my previous video. I just didn't apply it. Now, the main reason why I haven't done this is because although I am interested in learning German, that's not really enough to push me into making measurable improvements every day, especially when I have other things to do like a master's, working, and still going out with friends. It's a lot easier, for example, to go to the gym when you have a friend who's going with you, or you have a personal trainer. At least at first, it helps you a lot to get that momentum going. Or, for example, taking a language course at the university or some other school, because it pushes you to keep going. You have someone who's doing a follow-up, who's checking on your progress. But at the same time, there's a lot more merit in the fact that I'm doing this alone, for example, because I depend only on myself. Another positive thing I see and understand after this time is that now I have like a bird's eye on the situation. I understand what I did wrong, what I did right, and what I didn't do at all to improve my language skills. And of course, this is not something that applies only to this exercise. I can apply this into any other thing in my life, like my masters or my works or my social life or whatever else. Or anything else, really. And since I learned my lesson, I am now setting my goals for the next 4 weeks. Week 1 will be vocabulary and conjugation. I will also learn 5 verbs every day and study vocabulary related to the different parts of the body, food, and also health in general. For week 2, I'll go with the same amount of verbs every day, but this time I will go for a vocabulary which is more centered about art and culture in general. Week 3 will be a bit more interesting because I'm going to start with der Konjunktiv 1, which is indirect speech in German, and vocabulary that's a bit more oriented towards science. And then we have week 4, and during this time I will be focusing on der Konjunktiv 2, which is subjunctive in German, and vocabulary more centered around geography. Why? Because that's what I'm studying at the university. So anyway, this should be interesting.